I get it, investing can be scary because that's exactly how I felt when I was starting out 3 years ago as a student. But it doesn't have to be, and I'm here to show you how simple it actually is. A common misconception with stock investing in any country is that you need a lot to start. We're not really taught in school how to invest in stocks and all of these different financial literacy things. But it's so important because if you think about it, we're surrounded by so many establishments and companies, and the reason why these businesses are going, primarily the big ones, is because of their stock investors. And even if I'm a busy student, I can still invest in stocks. So let's dive in. So why should you invest as a student or even as a beginner? The main reason is that time is really your best friend when it comes to investing. So let's say that you invest 1,000 pesos in a stock that gives 5% return every year, compounded annually. For year 1, you make 5% of 1,000, which is 50 pesos. Now you have 1,050 pesos. For year 2, you make 5% of the 1,050 pesos, which is 52.50 pesos. Now you have 1,102.5 pesos. And for year 3, you make 5% of that 1,102.5 pesos, which is 55.13 pesos. And now you have 1,157.63 pesos. So as you can see, it's not a stagnant 50 pesos per year. And as the years grow, you just keep earning more and more. And that's why compound interest is such a great factor in investing because it grows exponentially. For beginners, it's recommended that you invest first in blue chip stocks. So what are blue chip stocks? These are like the honor students of the stock market. So think of Ayala, Jollibee, Globe, PLDT, and the other companies that are big and strong and stable. These are the companies that you don't really have to check every day if they're growing or not. Especially if you're a busy student and you don't have a lot of time to actively trade, these are good companies to buy and hold on to. And personally, I do buy and hold. So what does that mean? Buying and holding is so much easier for me as a student because I don't have to actively trade and put in a lot of time and effort on the stock market. I just diversify my portfolio and purchase different stocks from blue chip companies, and then I wait years to see returns. It's really for the long game, and I get it, it's boring, but that's really where the real profits are. So how do you start investing as a student? Number 1, you should set a goal. Are you investing for your future? Are you saving up for something? Do you want to earn passive income? And you have to set your sights on what you really want, because if you don't know your goal when investing or when saving money, then there's no intention behind it and you might lose motivation in a few years. Step 2, open a stockbroker account. So there are different easy ways to start investing as a student. My most used are GCash and Dragonfly. It's not sponsored, but I found that it's the easiest because for GCash, for example, if you already have an account, all you have to do is go to G Invest and top up for G stocks. And it's for as low as 50 pesos, but of course the stocks there have a board lot minimum. So for example, if the board lot minimum is 10 stocks and the price of the stock is 100, then you have to pay 1,000 even though the minimum investment in G Invest is just 50 pesos. Number 3, start small, because of course if you're a student, you're not expected to put in like hundreds of thousands on your first try because you really want to get to know the stock market, how it works, compound interest is, and you want to see the trend of your stocks over time. So you can start with 5,000 pesos. If that's too big, maybe start with 2,000 pesos and buy stocks from companies that you really support and think would do well in the future. But don't base it off your feelings and your emotions, but also try to research the different investor kits and their plans for the future so that you're also well educated on the topic. And then you don't have to do it one time, big time. You can add more as you go. If you get extra money that you don't need, then keep investing that and see your profits grow. And let your investments grow over time because yes, day per day, I still lose some money when it comes to different stocks, even if they're blue chip. But the thing is, over a period of time, you're going to see that it's actually growing, especially if that's been the trend for the past decades or so. So my mom always told me about Warren Buffett ever since I was growing up and how he became so rich because of stocks. I want to share it with you guys. So Warren Buffett started investing in stocks at 11 years old, and he was actually doing just small amounts at a time. And actually today he's one of the richest people on earth just because of stocks. It's really not about how much you start with or how much money you have when it comes to going into the stock market, but how consistent and how much you let it stay there over time. Of course, if you see that profits are really dwindling down, then don't keep your money there. So here are my socials, and if you want to follow me for more tips like these, then feel free to do so and subscribe. Bye!